Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here it's cold. That's how it is. It's been really weird. I feel like it was just 2 weeks ago that my AC was out and I was dying, and then immediately it's been just fall. I don't say I like the fall. I'm highly anticipating the October leaf change. The leaves have already started changing here. I took a picture yesterday when I was on my walk at the park of a tree that's like there's what you see it. There's green, and then there's just this one tree that's almost empty. I love that look. I don't know. There's something about the fall that makes me feel cozy, I guess. Warm. I like it. I just always liked the fall. I've never really been one to care too much about like. I like Halloween. As a kid, it was a fun time. I don't dress up. I don't. We don't have really any kids in the neighborhood, so I don't hand out candy. I have put a bowl on the porch that maybe one or two kids will stop by and grab something from, but most there's like 3 or 4 kids in the neighborhood. They just go somewhere else because there's not enough. There's no houses. I mean, you're not going to get a haul out here. But it is fast approaching autumn, winter time, which is my favorite time of the year. And I'm hoping, I feel so oddly, in the past, the winter has always been my shop time, my productive shop time, because there's really nothing else going on. During the spring and summer and fall, my kid has activities constantly. I don't have time. We travel. I don't have time to spend in here. And so I'll spend the winter in here. But this year's been reversed. Like last fall, I started my side job, and I spent most of my free time working on my side job, which was wonderful. But I didn't. I basically did not do anything in here during the winter. And then this year, I've had very little brain time, very little power left to do the side job, and so I've made a lot of projects. I built that desk for myself. I built a dresser for M. Whatever. I made this little guy. I made the sanding cart. I feel like there were some other projects, but maybe that's it. But I've spent a decent amount of time in here over the last 6 months, and I'm kind of hoping to be able to continue that. I do need to worry about the side job. I need to put more effort into it than I've currently been giving it, and a lot of that comes down to just time. Like without going into it, prior to this year, I had a lot more time available during the day, and I don't anymore. And so I have to spend a lot more of my personal time doing things, and I've just been super freaking busy, like with my kid doing all of the activities. I've been just so busy that when I do have free time, my brain is just not in it. And so I end up coming down here and making stuff, which again, I've been really enjoying. I need to get. Remember on Monday, I showed you the art project? It's over there. I haven't taken a chisel to it yet. It needs to get done. I need, more importantly, when I finish the actual carving of that, I have to carve. If you don't know how woodcut works, you carve out everything you don't want to print. So it's a relief cut. And then you ink that block, and then you press paper onto it. I made, you can't see it. My drill press is right here. I made a jig that I could put in the drill press and use the drill press like a printing press. And it's okay, but I made it out of wood, and it flexes a lot, and it doesn't print very well. So I've been collecting over the last year the bits and pieces I need to weld together a steel printing arbor for my drill press, and I need to build that thing I guess not necessarily before I can continue, but I need to build it so that I can print these quickly, because I need to print like 1 to 200 of them, and doing that by hand. Usually, I don't know that I have an example, but you can take a block of wood with rounded corners like this and just rub. That's called, well, that's rubbing it, whatever. You can do that, but to do 150 that way, not going to happen. I'd much rather be able to just go stamp, and move on with my life. Because I need to cut the paper. I need to get all, I'm going to put these prints, they're going to be, I think they're 4x6, maybe 5x7, something like that. I have to cut those papers, and then I bought backer boards and little plastic bags, so they're all going to get bagged, so that when I hand them out, they're not just loose in the world. I'm going to try to make it like an actual print run of something, like an actual artist's print. Pretend to be the relief artist. So there's that. I need to work on that. So that's going to be some shop time. I've got my next project is end tables. I've been saying for a long time that we want to get rid of our end tables. We definitely do. And I want to make a prototype to see size, shape, functionality, if it's what we want, before I go buy. Probably cherry. I'll probably make them out of cherry to match the rest of the stuff in the living room. Before I buy the cherry and start hacking it together, I want to build a functional prototype, or maybe 2 prototypes, so that we can test it and see if that's what we want or if we need to change it. So I'd like to do that. I think that's the next thing on my list. Did I bring my phone? This is, you guys love it when I just waffle, right? Yeah. That's the next thing on my list. I also want to build a desk for my kid. I want to get rid of this stupid saw. I hate it. It needs to go away. And find a better solution for that miter saw area. I need to do something with this area back here. It's just off camera. There's like some cubbies that I just kind of screwed together. They're not big enough in any one dimension, and they're not stable enough to hold my sanding setup, so I need to build something back there that'll better hold my sanding setup. Yeah, I got lots of projects, and I don't know when I'm going to get around to it, but I'm hoping as the weather cools and as my kid, she's not doing soccer this fall, just band, and I hate to be that dad. I don't need to be there for band. Like, I told her, I'm not going to sit at all these football games to watch your halftime show. I'll watch your halftime show a couple of times throughout the season, but I'm not going to go to football games and watch these things. Sorry. And she was like, no, I don't expect you to. I'm like, okay. So I don't have a whole lot of parent responsibility. I mean, obviously I have to get the kid there, bring back, all that sort of stuff. But I have more availability to process, side job work, this kind of work. And maybe get some more time in. I don't know. It just changes in the air, right? It's been wet, and my dehumidifier's been filling up like twice a day, which there for a while it was like every other week it would fill up, So it's just been reflecting on the fall changes and how much I enjoy it. Looking forward to my upcoming adventure. What do you think? Do you like the fall? Is it one of your favorites? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know to sound smart is sidereal. It is an adjective meaning determined by outside forces, particularly the positions of the stars and planets in the evening sky. Thoughts give birth to a creative force that is neither elemental nor sidereal. Philippus Paracelsus, Swiss alchemist, astrologer, and physician. Sidereal. Sidereal. I think I said sidereal up front, but the pronunciation key says sidereal. Never heard of that. Interesting word. Probably will never use it.